What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome back to Kansas City Chiefs today. I'm your host, and we've got a real conversation the rest of the NFL doesn't want us to have. There's a looming warning sign around Patrick Mahomes' workload, and it's not about doubting 15, it's about making sure the best player on earth is still superhuman in December and January. If you care about rings, roster balance, and keeping our MVP upright, you're going to want to hear this. This isn't panic. It's proactive. We're going to lay out what the warning is, why it's bubbling up right now, and how Andy Reid and the offense can get in front of it before it becomes a headline in late November. Stick with me, hit that subscribe button, we're charging toward 5,000 subs, and let's dig in. And look, nobody's saying dial down the swagger. We're saying be intentional so the fireworks still go off in the postseason. The Chiefs can be both explosive and efficient, and that combo breaks opponents will by Thanksgiving. Here's what people really mean when they say Mahomes workload. It's not one number. It's the total strain of dropbacks, off-script scrambles, designed movement, quick game volume, and the mental tax of being the solution on every single snap. When your quarterback is the eraser for everything, the whiteboard gets smudged a lot faster. Think back to the last couple of years. Whenever the run game bogs down or receivers have timing hiccups, who fixes it? Mahomes does, by extending plays, by taking hits he shouldn't have to take, by turning second and long into magic. That magic is why banners hang. But that magic also has a cost, and the tab usually shows up right when you need fresh legs most. We've seen stretches where the offense leaned on late down heroics. That's fun in September, but it can become a grind by week 15. Defensive coordinators are getting more comfortable playing two high shells, mugging the middle, and daring the Chiefs to be patient. That patience is easier when you can hand the ball to a run game that stays efficient and a quick game package that manufactures wisely. One more piece of context here. Andy Reid's playbook is a galaxy. The temptation is to use all the stars, all the time. But the longer a season goes, the more you want curated, repeatable answers that don't require Mahomes to be Houdini on every third down. That's the heart of the workload conversation. Let's talk practical impact if the workload stays heavy. First, hit accumulation. Even when a scramble ends out of bounds, the sprint, the cutbacks, the sudden stops add up. Quarterbacks don't just get worn down by sacks. They get worn down by the threat of contact and the constant need to move. Second, decision fatigue. When every play requires the quarterback to be the primary creator, your margins shrink. Tiny misreads on hot routes, a half beat late on a deep over, a ball that sails in the wind, those are normal human errors. But they get magnified when every drive depends on the quarterback to bail it out. Third, the ripple effect on the rest of the offense. If receivers expect off-script magic, they can drift on the details. If linemen think the pocket will always move, their set points loosen. If the backs assume most carries are window dressing, their tempo suffers. Workload on 15 can quietly become complacency for 10 other guys. Now, pass protection. The Chiefs have invested up front, but pass pro is a chain. Extended plays make even great linemen lose leverage eventually. You can't ask your tackles to hold for 4 seconds on 20 snaps a game and expect clean pockets in December. A sustainable offense lowers the average time to throw without losing chunk plays. Red zone is another area that tells on you. Heavy quarterback centricity often looks like hero ball inside the 20. That's where you want your call sheet to create layups. Heavy personnel, condensed splits, motion that forces leverage errors. So Mahomes is choosing between two good answers, not inventing a third one while drifting to his left. There's also the emotional piece. Leaders carry not just snaps but expectations. When Mahomes steps in the huddle, 10 sets of eyes ask him to be perfect. Easing his burden invites everyone else to bring 1 more ounce of focus and physicality. That shared load travels better in December wind. Hey, solutions. This is where Kansas City has a real edge, because the answers are already in the building. Start with Isaiah Pacheco and the run game menu. Not just more carries, more variety. Mix duo with inside zone and occasional counter to change the picture for linebackers. Sprinkle in under center play action to punish those safeties sitting at 12 yards. Tempo is your friend. A quick huddle or no huddle package that strings simple calls, slants, flats, stick, glance RPOs. Lets Mahomes be the point guard instead of the power forward. 2 first downs in rhythm can be worth more than 1 explosive scrambled into existence and a stall. Motion and formation discipline matter too. Pre-snap jet or orbit motion can reveal coverage without forcing a hard count. Stack and bunch alignments create natural rubs so your receivers win early, which means the ball is out in 2.6 seconds instead of 3.3. That difference is a gift to your quarterback's legs. Don't sleep on screen diversity. Traditional running back screens, T delays, and now and then slip screens to a wide out keep defensive lines honest. If you get 2 freebies a game off screens, that's 2 fewer snaps where Mahomes has to pirouette away from an edge rusher and throw across his body. Personnel usage can lighten the load. More 12 personnel on early downs invites base defense, which you can then attack with play-action crossers. Sprinkle 13 on the goal line for bulldozer efficiency. Give defenses tape of you bullying them so the deep shots later feel earned, not forced. Finally, practice management. Build in boring periods during the week that rep the same day one concepts to obsession. When the margins get thin in December, your muscle memory should be screaming, stick, spacing, duo, dagger, not hold on while we draw magic on the fly. One wrinkle I love is the quick perimeter game to steal cheap yards. Fast smoke screens, pop passes, and quick outs force corners to tackle and tire out nickel defenders. By the 4th, those same defenders are a step late closing on a deep dig, an explosive created without a scramble. Don't forget the tight end room beyond the headliners. A steady diet of option routes and middle screens keeps linebackers in conflict. When backers hesitate, duo hits faster and play-action windows widen. That's the virtuous cycle you want. Let's zoom out to the conversation around the team. Fans see the highlight plays, but they also notice when Mahomes has to be Superman in the second quarter of a game that should be routine. It's not fear, it's stewardship. Chiefs Kingdom wants rings, and rings come from sustainability. Media chatter will frame workload like it's some doomsday meter. It doesn't have to be. The smarter read is this: Kansas City can dominate the league while making life easier on its star. That story sells, and it's true because the scheme, the roster, and the culture are built to adapt. You'll hear talking heads ask whether the receivers can separate, whether the line can pass off games, whether the run game can be a real pillar. Keep that energy. That pressure sharpens details. And when those details hit, the workload narrative flips into efficiency, which is just championship code for the same thing. Now, think January. The AFC is a gauntlet every year. Physical defenses, cold weather, noise, and the chess match of coordinators who have spent 3 months studying you. The margin between hosting a title game and taking a wildcard flight can come down to whether your quarterback has had to carry the piano for 18 weeks or just play it. Rival offenses can score. Rival pass rushes can hunt. The team that survives is usually the one that steals 5 free first downs a game and wins hidden yardage in the red zone. That's not about being conservative, that's about being professional. Manage the workload now, and you cash the dividend when the stakes spike. And yes, the rivals know the script. They want 15 in second, and 10 with a muddy pocket, chasing explosives. Flip it on them. Stay ahead of the sticks, finish in the red zone, and make their quarterbacks feel like they have to score every drive. That's how Arrowhead advantage travels, even when you're not at Arrowhead. So here's the action plan for Chiefs Kingdom. Keep the Mahomes magic. Never apologize for having the best player, but build a weekly rhythm that doesn't need miracles. Lean into a diversified run game. Accelerate the quick game. Feature motion and bunch. Equal opportunity touches keep everyone engaged and make defenses honest. If you're Andy Reid, you're not changing your identity, you're tuning it. If you're a receiver, you're winning the first 5 yards. If you're on the line, you're trusting your set points because the ball is out. If you're 15, you're still lethal, just fresher. That's how you end a season with confetti in your hair instead of ice packs on every joint. Bottom line, this isn't a warning that something is wrong. It's a reminder that greatness requires maintenance. The dynasty question isn't, can we do it? Can we do it the easy way for 20 weeks? Kansas City can, and that should scare everybody else. That's going to do it for today's show on Kansas City Chiefs Today. If you're rocking with the kingdom and you want more daily news, rumors, and smart fan talk, make sure you're subscribed. We're on the push to 5,000 subs, and I want you on that ride with us. Drop your takes in the comments and join the road to 5,000 subs here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.